So in this video, I will be drawing my own version of Marina from Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I decided to draw her because I really like her character design and she has a lot of pink and I think she just looks really cute. So the very first thing that I do is to sketch a rough draft for what I'm going to draw. And for this version of Marina, I decided to give her pigtails just to kind of look a little bit like her tentacles. And I also gave her a skirt to look like the flowy motion of her tentacles as well. So once I'm done with the rough draft, I lighten that layer so that I can see the final outline a little bit better. And then I create a new layer to begin the outline. Now for me, the outline process probably takes the longest of my drawing time. And that's because I'm very meticulous and I really like to have clean lines. So I'll just fast forward it so that you can just see a little quick version of how I outline it. Also, I'm using Procreate on my iPad to draw this, and the pen that I use for outlining is the Studio Ink pen. So now that the final outline is complete, I go ahead and start coloring, and I normally just add a base color for her skin tone, her hair, her clothes, and then I add shading and highlights. Now the reason why I outlined her in pink is because I'm going to be changing the outline color later, and I need to have that as a color so that I can do that. Now that I have all of the base colors down, I go ahead and I shade. I shade first and then I add any highlights that I need. So for the skin, I normally use airbrush just to get like a soft effect. For things like clothes and hair where there's a bit more texture to the shading, I normally like to use the paintbrush tool, and specifically I use the round brush. Once I have the shadows in place, I usually use the smudge tool to kind of blur it all out. now the coloring is complete, I'm going to go back to the outline and I'm going to use the selection tool to select parts of the outline that are outlining her skin, her hair, her clothes, and I'm going to make them a different color based off of the color of those objects. Now this is a technique that I've been sort of experimenting with, so bear with me if it doesn't look quite perfect. I also do just have a plain black outline version of her as well. So here is the finished product of her with the colored outlines. And here is the one with the black outline. So I hope you enjoyed this video of me drawing Marina in my style. If you like, feel free to subscribe, and also you can follow me on my Instagram at cherryblossom_fantasy.